Hey guys, Erito here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna show you how you can set up RaceRoom to use triple screens properly on NVIDIA graphics cards. So, I'll just get straight to it. You will need to go to your NVIDIA app, and this has to be the NVIDIA app now because in newer drivers, they will remove the control panel. They will be removing that because it's been completely replaced by the new NVIDIA app. So you want to open it and go to graphics, and then you want to go here to DSR factors, click on it, and you want to enable these that I have selected. You might not need all of them, but I think it relies on this number and it depends on your screens and your resolution. So just be safe and enable all these four, and you'll apply. And don't be alarmed if your screens start to flicker. That is normal. It's the app is applying all of the settings to all of your screens. Additionally, if you have a screen that's plugged to a different graphics card, or for example, I have my top monitor, it's plugged to my integrated graphics on my CPU, and that can cause some problems, especially because the CPU is AMD. So I recommend you unplug that monitor temporarily. If this doesn't work the way that I'm explaining, you just unplug it and then try this again. Then you're going to need an app called CustomDSRTool. I will include the link below, but if the link doesn't work, just look for this app and it will look something like this. And you see here, and you're going to have all your resolutions, but you're going to want to make a new one. So basically, you just select one of these, right? Then you select edit entry, and then you include the resolution, the total resolution horizontal of your three monitors. So for me, it's 5760 because it's triple 1080p monitor, so 1920 times 3, and then 1080p for the vertical. You don't mess with the others because they apply automatically. Like if I say this, you see that does automatically. Then you select, and then you create the DSR resolutions, and that I believe will again flicker your screens as it applies the setting. And then you have to go into RaceRoom finally. And first of all, I'm going to delete my setting just so you can see what happens. And now that we are in the game, we'll go to the options. First of all, I'm going to set this to borderless because it will do some funky stuff if you don't do that initially. You want to set this to your aspect ratio, which will be something like this. And now the game has stretched to all of my screens. If I switch to my triple screens scene, it's actually going to be a bit weird. I can still show you this. You will notice now the game has stretched completely. I will have to recenter that at some point, but I'll leave it like that for now. And you can see this is now on my right screen and this is on my left screen. And it automatically selected your new resolution. However, I want this to be at the correct refresh rate. And then you have to select triple screens, and that should do it. However, let's now go in game. And now we are on track, and you can see that on my sides, now my camera is a little bit laggy. Don't worry about that because it's pushing all of my GPU, I'm pretty sure. But ignore my camera. Let's go on track. And now you can see it is properly going to all my three screens. but you still need to do one change, which is now going to the menu and field of view, select advanced, and here is where the good stuff happens. This is where you have to set your screen to the configuration that you have, measure roughly what your screens are and the angles. I believe mine is around 45-ish. And I believe I'm around 60 centimeters away. The bezel size is also quite important. I believe about 0.6 centimeters. And the rest you just play with it. It even has the option for different size screens, which simulators usually don't have that option. And now, if you go in the sim, you will notice that here, if we move, I should probably start the car. You'll notice that there's a seam there. That's normal if I'm recording like this, but that is because of the bezel side of your monitors. If you are using one of those things that merge the monitors together, that kind of bend the light so you can hide the seams, you don't need to apply seams, of course. But as you can see, everything is working, other than my camera being a bit laggy. And that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next video sometime soon. Goodbye.